Alrighty, welcome back to Beers with Boydo. So today I have Asahi brewed in Japan, and Asahi brewed in Australia. Now, I think another beer might be ruined by this brewed under supervision crap. If you're familiar with my channel, I've done Kronenbourg, Stella, Heineken, and Peroni. The stuff brewed in Europe and the stuff brewed here. Very different in flavours. Now, Asahi, the bottles are brewed in Australia, and they have been for some time now. But the cans, the 500ml cans, were always brewed in Japan and shipped over. And I've always really enjoyed them. But now, they're brewed in Australia. So I think I've found only the last couple of Japanese ones in a few random bottle shops, and here's one of them. But the rest I'm seeing everywhere now brewed in Australia. So I thought it'd be good to get them out and see if there's any difference. Now, I haven't had Asahi in a while. I never really drink it. I do enjoy Asahi when I'm out at a Japanese restaurant because it comes in a nice frosted Asahi glass. And maybe because it's the glass and the vibe of the restaurant, it always just tastes really, really good. I never get the bottles of Asahi, but then again, they're brewed in Australia, so that's probably why. I do enjoy the odd 500ml can of Asahi from time to time. The Japanese brewed stuff. Asahi, yeah, it's gained a lot of popularity here in Australia, I'd say, over the last 10 years. I mean, I work at a Dan Murphy's store, and over Christmas, I'd say Asahi and Corona were the top two selling beers over the Christmas period. And I don't know why. I think maybe because, I think when Asahi was gaining popularity in Australia, it was always that beer of like, you know, if someone rocked up to a party with a case of Asahi, it was like, ooh, that's special, you know, like, something a bit different. And I think maybe it's still got that vibe of, especially over Christmas, people think they're going to treat themselves and get some Asahi. But, I mean, it's just the Australian brewed crap in a bottle. So, yeah, I don't know why it's so popular, but it is. And now, unfortunately, the Japanese cans are now getting brewed in Australia, the 500ml cans. So, this is going to be the last of the Japanese cans. And I've got one of them here. So, let's crack them out, have a smell, have a taste, and see if there's a big difference. Now, if we just look on there's no real difference with the cans from what I can see here, but there is in the top. So if we can just, I hope it zooms in there. There's just some little dots on the Japanese can. And of course, the Japanese can just has the dots there. I mean, I don't know what they're there for, but it's just a nice little touch. And then the Australian one, yeah, doesn't have it. Anyway, let's pour them out. So this is the Japanese brewed Asahi. All right, Japanese brewed Asahi. Been a while since I've had one of these. So this is going to be good. Got it in the 500ml pint glass here. We'll let that settle and we'll pour the rest out. Now, the Australian brewed one. So it says here, brewed and made in Australia under supervision of Asahi breweries. So there you go, under supervision. And I didn't read this one, but it says, where are we? Brewed and made in Japan by Asahi breweries. Both are 5% in alcohol. They might be pretty close. All right, Australian brewed Asahi. No real difference there in the can. All right, we'll top off. That's the Japanese one. So Japan, Australia. All right, let's see. Yeah, Asahi. Don't know why it's so popular. I mean, it's just an easy drinking lager, isn't it? It's probably why. Not much to it. All right. Oh. This is the Australian one. Now have a look. Let's see here. I feel like this head was pouring out better. The head seems thicker in this one. If I can just, like, this seems more bubbly and airy. I don't know if we can, I don't want to tip the beers over there, but I mean, it looks pretty similar like that. But when I'm looking down on top, this is a real thick white foamy head. And this is real bubbly and airy. So there's a bit of a difference there. Now, in terms of the carbonation, I mean, okay, so here's a bit of a difference. The carbonation in the Japanese one, I don't know if you can see here, but the bubbles are very, very small. And then if we go here, this one, the bubbles are a lot bigger. So there's a bit of a difference there. And I have heard Simon from Real Ale Craft Beer, he talks about a brewer once told him the smaller the bubble in the carbonation, the better the beer. And I do tend to agree with that. So there's the first difference. Smaller carbonation bubbles, bigger carbonation bubbles. And let's look at the head here. Look at that. I don't know if we can see that, but if you can, is that focusing in? This head is just gone. Still a bit there. So, all right, let's tuck in for the Japanese brewed stuff. Yeah, it just smells like Asahi. Just a standard Japanese lager. Touch of citrus. You could say very, very light malt smells. All right, Australian brewed Asahi. No, not much at all. Yeah, light malt, but very light. Bit of citrus. Similar, but just lacking. Like, you really got to try and want it to smell that. All right, let's have a taste. Cheers to one of the last cans of Japanese brewed stuff in Australia. It's pretty good. Nice dry finish. It's refreshing. Very smooth. Again, very, very mild malt flavour. Like real light wafer biscuity. Touch of citrus. It's refreshing. I mean, it's good. Not my favourite, but I can say that's a good beer. All right. Here we go. Let's see the difference. I want it to be the same because I do enjoy these, and this is all we're going to be getting now, so please be good. It's got a funny aftertaste. What? I don't even know what to say. That's weird. It tastes a bit syrupy. Gosh, that's different. Well, let's go in for this again. Nice Japanese beer. All right, the Australian brewed. Oh, it tastes really fake. I mean, it's like if I drank that and didn't have that, would I know any different? Okay. We're just got to pretend I haven't touched that. I'm at a restaurant, they poured out a can of Asahi. It's like metallic, a touch syrupy. Yeah, it's got a dry finish to it, but it leaves like a weird feel in your mouth. That's a real average beer. They've ruined it. They've ruined Asahi in a can as well. Bummer. That sucks. Geez, I used to love, well, I don't drink many of them, but from time to time when I got a can of that and sit on my balcony, it's a great beer. I don't think I could ever buy one of these. I mean, that's why I don't buy the bottles here in Australia, because it must just taste like that. It's been so long since I've had one. That's a shocking beer. I don't know what to say. That sucks. One last sip of each. Well, I'll probably finish this one off camera. That's just going to get tipped away. Hang on. Yeah. Smooth, refreshing, dry finish. Very light on the malt flavour, but I guess that's what you want when you want an Asahi. You don't want a heavy malty beer. You know what you're getting when you buy one. That's a nice beer. The Australian Brewed. Ugh. Now, if you don't believe me, while you can, get to a bottle shop, get one of them, get an Australian Brewed one, pour them out for yourself and see the difference, because it's crazy. I can't believe it. So that would just water the garden, and never buying one of them again. And one last sip. Cheers. Thanks for watching.